Hello everybody, and welcome to 2013, effectively. Hello, Happy New Year. 2013, yes indeed. I hope you had a good Christmas and some good New Year celebrations. Mine weren't so bad. As I look back on 2012, I have really got nothing to gripe about. For me, it's been one of the best years I've had for a long time. A couple of promotion exams at work that I passed. I had some really good holidays, Jubilee celebrations. I enjoyed watching the Olympics. Everything I can think of that happened in 2012. When I look back at it as a whole, a good year. A good year indeed. 2012 will go down in my history books as a good year. 2013, let's see what it holds for us. 2013 is an unlucky number. I hope it's not a bad sign. I'm not really a superstitious person, but I can imagine a few people wrapping themselves up in cotton wool this year, expecting to get run over by a bus or something like that. Anyway, speaking of 2013, what does that hold in store for my channel, I suppose? First of all, I would like to say big official announcement, really. Should have done it a little bit sooner. Some people have worked it out already, and a lot of people do know, particularly over my forums, for instance. But I am actually now partnered with Machinima. This isn't something that I've rushed into. It's something I've just done at the click of a finger. It's been something that I've been contemplating for some time. I've had a lot of messages sent requesting to join various partner networks, and a lot of people have asked me questions of why aren't you partnered, you shouldn't be partnered, etc, etc. And finally, at the end of last year, I decided to do some research about what it entailed, and if I had any obligations and things like that. Did I have, how would it affect my channel? Because I don't want to change what I'm doing in the slightest bit, and it turns out that I don't have to change at all. So basically, being a partner, for me, it's about reaching out to a wider audience, allowing more people to take part, more people to engage in what I do. So that's what it's about, and hopefully it will do that. So am I going to change the way I do things? Not a chance. Am I going to LP Call of Duty to rake in more views? Am I hell? I'm going to stick to the same games that I've always LP'd, which is RPGs, strategy, simulation, because those are the games that allow me to inject a bit of character into the game through RPing, through storytelling, through viewer participation. That is what I'm about, and that is hopefully that is what I'm going to continue to do for the long-term future. Speaking of games that I'm LPing in the future, 2012, there were 3 predominant games throughout that year. This year I want a bit more variety. I want maybe a couple of short, sharp LPs thrown in there to just mix things up a bit, so that we don't get the stagnant feel to the channel, I suppose. So yes, we're going to have Skyrim still continuing. We've just started up Knights of the Old Republic 2, Crusader Kings 2 starting tomorrow. As soon as Walking Dead finishes, there might be a space there for another LP, which might turn out to be a short-term or long-term one. It depends how it pans out. More about that later in the month. Dead Space 3 is coming out, I think, in February. Picture-in-picture opportunity. People are asking for that already. I've already bought Amnesia: The Dark Descent on a Steam sale a month ago. A lot of people have asked for that as well, and therefore there's going to be that thrown in the mix this year, hopefully, as well. I better get a fresh batch of underwear ready. And the big one, Rome 2 Total War. I'm going to have to do that pretty much on day release. There's no way I'm holding back on that one. And if I have to put LPs on hold to get, I will do so. I'm going to have to obviously see when it's released and do a little bit of planning around fitting that into my schedule, because there's no way I'm missing out on starting that pretty much as soon as it's released. I need to get straight into that one. I'm looking so forward to it. It's unbelievable. So there's potentially there at least 4 or 5 different LPs. Before we've even started, there might be a couple more thrown in there, but it's all about uploading as regularly as possible. Last year, due to having to revise and things, I probably slowed down my schedule to want to upload every sort of 3 or 4 days. I'm just going to try and get back to uploading at least once every couple of days, every day where possible. And hopefully when I get a new computer with a slightly larger hard drive, it will make life a little bit easier for that to happen. So that's about my channel this year in terms of LPs. One last thing about my channel, I think it's time for a facelift. 2013, fresh starts, New Year's and all this malarkey. I think it's time to start afresh. The current background I've got has been on the channel for about 13 months. It was done at the start of Skyrim, which was 2011 November. So I think it's about time we had a new background. When I say we, I mean you and us, because you probably see this as much as I do, the same background. Now don't get me wrong, the background has been marvellous. I can't remember who submitted it, but I've given them a shout out at the time. It's been an absolute no qualms with it. It was a great background, and hence why I've used it for 13 months. But I do think it's time for a change. Now I am admittedly so crap at using any sort of Photoshop. Is it Photoshop? Is that the right program? Or whatever you use to do these fancy designs. I can't use the damn things. So I'm reaching out to my community again. You have an opportunity to shape my campaigns. You also have an opportunity to shape my channel background, I suppose, in a certain respect. If you are willing and able to create me a channel background, I would be extremely grateful. If I get a few, then I will pick the best one that I like the most, and that will be my channel background. If there's 2 or 3 that I think, well, yeah, there's both, I can't choose between them, then maybe we can split it. 3 months of one, 3 months of another. But I'm aiming to have this channel background up for at least 6 months. So please, I'm urging you all, if you have a bit of spare time, and you can do it a hell of a lot better than I can, if you would be willing to create me a channel background, I would be extremely grateful. As per usual, you will get a shout out. Your work will get credited in a video update, and people will see your work, and it will be gracing my channel for at least 6 months. So please, I really would hope that people have the generosity to submit something. If you do want to submit one, then you can submit it via a PM. Via my YouTube channel page, a PM in the forums, or of course if you want to email me it, if there's a link there to download it, etc. You can send me an email if you want as well. Just send me a message and I'll give you my email address to send it to. So that's really it. I can't think of anything else to say. LPs for this year, partnered, and yeah, I'm getting on my hands and knees and saying, please, 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 if you have it in your heart, I could really do with a new YouTube background, because if I did one, it'd look horrendous, admittedly. So yeah, I'm reaching out to you guys, please. So next time I speak to you will be tomorrow when I start up my Crusader Kings 2 LP. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be something slightly different. I've never done a Paradox game as an LP before, and I'll tell you more about it tomorrow in the introductory video to the campaign. So until then, Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon.